not see it yet. Let's see, the volume is kind of loud. Is it the volume good? I don't know. I forget. No, it gets loud, so I'm going to reduce the volume a little bit. And let you see the game. There we go. Supreme Moose promises not to F this up. I'm doing alright, Megaplox. Alright, so, if you would like to be the handsome gentleman on the top, change your chat color to yellow or orange. If you want to be the lady on the left, go ahead and change chat color to blue. If you want to be her, you want to choose a red chat color. Or if you want to be the burly-looking gentleman on the bottom, yeah, and Taco Chris is playing Company of Heroes 2. Good for him. Alright, so what we're going to do, I guess, is start. And I will do a brief explanation of how to play. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it, not one of us. We just keep living our lives week by week unaware. So there's 6 turns, and basically what's going on is, you know, the Yawhg is coming, it's a terrible disaster, it's going to wipe out this town, and your actions will increase your stats, which will help us, or hurt us, after the Yawhg happens. Anyway, so every turn you can either go to the forest, the arena, the alchemy tower, the gardens, the palace, the tavern, the hospital, or the slums. And keep in mind, there's a stream delay, so if you might want to start thinking about with your team prior to your turn. Apparently, plus Yawhg, I'm going to count that as red, plus Yawhg, so there. Anyway, apparently Team Blue, for example, wants to go get wrecked. So we're gonna go to the they're gonna go to the tavern. And typically, if a team, you know, disagrees with each other, I'll let one person pick, you know, the event, and because there's also a random event here. So if they went and drunk at the tavern, they get 2 charm and 1 physique. One day while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying, and everyone seems to be joining in on the violence. Alright, Team Blue, Supreme Moose, because yeah, you know. Do you want to join the fray or break up the fight? Also, do we have anyone on red and yellow, guys? Okay, yeah, now you're yellow. So there is a team yellow plus Yawhg. Stay there, because I don't know if there's anyone on yellow. Please, stay. I don't know if there's anyone on red either. We lost a few people. Yeah. Join? Alright. You jump into the thick of the fight and let loose some pent-up rage on some unsuspecting patrons. You get 1 physique from all the exertion. There you go. Green wants to go to the forest. Do you want to chop wood or hunt in the forest, Morpheus? Pink is red. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were here, Vulgar. Alright, sounds good. I didn't see anyone on red, so I was... yeah. Alright, so Team Green. Like I said, there's 2 options at every location, so... once you get them all down, you might also want to say, oh, I want to chop wood at the forest. If you don't know what they are, yeah, I can just tell you. But yeah, Team Green, you can either chop wood or hunt here. Chop wood, spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You get 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. By the way, you're on deck, Red, aka Vulgar, so let me know where you want to go. One night, through the trees, you spot a group of cloaked figures, all standing in a circle. They are chanting in unison. Oh, mighty lord of the night, master of beasts! Bringer of pain and derision! You accidentally step on a twig, producing a loud cracking noise. They immediately stop chanting and look in your direction. Team Green, apparently you have some people summoning demons here in the forest. Do you want to take them on or run like hell? That would be a reason not to stream it. Anyway, Team Green, you want to take them on or make a run for it? Red pick. Morpheus, this is you. Take him. Alright, you draw your weapon, ready to fight. By the way, Vulgar, you can either do administrative work or go to the ball at the palace. They run at you, unarmed and cackling. You cut through them like butter. Each one you slay burns inane mutterings into your mind. Oh wow, you lost 3 mind for that, but what great practice! You get 3 physique. Back in the days where Team Green always tried to break the physique record, they would like that event. Anyway, so Team Red is going to attend a ball here at the palace. They spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You get 2 charm and 1 finesse. By the way, you're on deck, Team Yellow. One day, the court jester approaches you. Would you like to learn to juggle? He asks you excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum. You don't actually have any wealth, but sometimes you can still try to say yes. Although I don't think this is one of them, but Sure. Do you want to try to say yes, even though you don't actually have wealth? You're most definitely poor. And plus this, or at the alchemy tower, you can either clean up the alchemy tower, or you can brew potions. I guess that means brew potions. You don't have enough money to pay. Humph, says the jester. He walks away disappointed. You practice juggling on your own instead in your spare time and gain 1 finesse. See, if you wouldn't have said sure, I don't think you would have gotten that 1 finesse. So sometimes it works out anyway. So you want to go to the alchemy tower and I guess brew potions. You spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You get 2 magic and 1 mind. One day you hear the alchemist shout, Eureka! When you look over to see what he's done, you spot a small, previously dead ferret come to life. I figured out the antidote to death! The alchemist exclaims. The undead ferret lets out a horrific noise and lumbers about slowly. Well, what do you want to do, Yellow? Do you want to destroy the abomination or praise it for the accomplishment that it is? Apparently Blue wants to bet on the arena. Is the other team Blue, do they agree? Yellow was the bad team. Oh, okay. Sorry if the stream delay is making this difficult, but it always works out, Morpheus. Either way, Yellow, that's Plesiosaur. Destroy the abomination or praise him for the accomplishment of summoning the undead ferret. Alright. That's amazing, you say, slightly discomforted by the ferret's presence. You didn't hurt the alchemist's feelings, and you get 1 charm. They say the last it came. The Yawhg devoured houses whole and stole lives. Tore families and family members apart, but that was very long ago. Music is still happy, so we don't have to worry about that yet. Apparently, they want to bet in the arena. You got it. You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You get 4 wealth. Not bad. During the match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. Oh yeah, I'm a bystander too. What do you expect? Whatever. And apparently he's taking you to court. Do you want to settle with him or defend yourself, Team Blue? Yeah, no problem, Yellow. But being that there's no other member of Team Yellow, you might want to be on the ball. Fight him. You can't fight in the arena, Morpheus, because technically Team Blue has the first dibs. This is the way the game works. Because Team Blue went to the arena this turn, you can't go to the arena. Just letting you know. You need to pick something else. Destroy him. What a defend. Alright. You object, but you can't seem to convince the judge. He rules in the plaintiff's favor and orders you to surrender 2 wealth. Well, there goes 2 of your wealth you just earned. Yeah. Team Green, where do you want to go? Apparently they want to go drink at the tavern. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You get 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a fortune teller sets up at one of the tavern's tables. She offers to read anyone's fortune for a small sum. Alright, do you want to pay the 1 wealth you have in order to get your fortune read, or say no thanks? And Team Red is on deck, by the way. Vulgar Grill. What? Alright. Yeah? Alright, you spend 1 wealth. The fortune teller takes your hand, begins showering with promises of love and wealth. She doesn't really go into any detail, and the whole time you can't help but feel it's just a massive act. At the garden, you can either meditate or do gardening work, Vulgar. Underwhelmed and slightly poorer, you can't help but feel like you've wasted your money. That night, while walking home, the fortune teller runs up to you and gives you a kiss on the cheek. There's the love part, she says, a toothless smile. She then hands you a giant sack of gold. There's the wealth, she says. You get 2 wealth. Still think I'm a hack? Well, she gave you the 2 wealth, so... Well, you ended up richer than you did before. Now, as I said, Team Red, you can landscape or meditate, and Plesiosaur, you are on deck. Or anyone else who decides to join Team Yellow. But, do you want to landscape or meditate, Team Red? Meditate. Alright. You spend the week in deep meditation. You get 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, you come across an elderly man snoozing in the grass. You there, young person! He waves you over. I'm having an awful time trying to nap in the bright sun. Do you mind giving me some shade? And Plesiosaur, at the palace, you can either tend a ball or do administration work. Anyway, but Team Red, you can either block the sun for the old man or decline to do so. Which will it be? Ages seem to pass as you stand in the hot sun, the wizening old man sleeping peacefully in your shadow. The sun is sweltering, and after some hours you begin to feel faint. Gradually, everything grows dark. When you awaken, it is evening in the garden, and an ancient gnarled tree stands where the old man was sleeping. For witnessing this miraculous event, apparently talking to a tree the whole time, you gain 1 magic! Yay! Alright, Yellow, you're going to do, apparently, admin work. You spend the week doing paperwork in the palace. You're paid 2 wealth and gain 1 mind. One day, you lean up against a wall, just about to take a break. It rotates as you apply pressure, and you stumble down a step of stairs. You enter a large, dusty room filled with barrels. You find the king's famous wine cellar. Alright, Team Yellow, you found the wine cellar. What do you want to do? Do you want to host a secret party in the king's stash, or keep quiet about what you saw? What? Not even your teammate agrees that you should be modded, Fulham. By the way, you guys are on deck. You might want to think what you want to do. You guys want to go to the pub? It looks like Fulham. That's what Fulham said, but I don't know. Anyway, Yellow. Host a secret party. Keep quiet. Just knowing you have a secret to hide is so exciting. You get 1 charm and 1 mind. Nice choice. It was honest in a heartbeat, as where the stories go. The earth shook and the air went still. Alright, Blue, where are you going? The forest, the arena, the alchemy tower, the gardens, the palace, the tavern, the hospital, or the slums. In fact, let me just go while I'm waiting for Team Blue. I'll tell you what you can do in each location. In the forest, you can either chop wood or go hunting. In the arena, you can bet or fight. Bet on the matches or fight in the matches. Alchemy tower, you can either clean the lab or brew potions. In the gardens, you can meditate or you can do gardening work, landscaping. In the palace, you can do administration work or attend a ball. In the tavern, you can get wrecked, as people say, get drunk, or you can bartend. In the hospital, you can either clean the hospital or tend to patients. And finally, in the slums, you can either pickpocket or fight crime. Apparently, you guys want to go ahead and drink in the tavern again. Blue, you spend the entire week getting wasted. You got 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a bard pulls out his lute in the bar and starts playing a tune. Unfortunately, his singing is horrible and is ruining the tavern's atmosphere. You decide to do something about it. What do you want to do, Blue? Do you want to convince him to leave or challenge him to a lute duel? What will it be? 1 versus 1 him now. Alright, you borrow the bar owner's lute and challenge the bar to a musical duel. You only just start playing the lute when you realize that you are even worse than the bard. The bard easily outplays you and motions you to lay down your lute. You can tell a couple of people snickering at you right now. Embarrassing. You lose 1 charm. Well then. Anyway, Team Green, Morpheus, where do you want to go? If you were paying attention to, you know, the locations and what you can do there, try to tell me what you want to do there, as well as the location, and that'll speed things up, I think. And Red, you're also on deck, as well as Yellow, pretty much. Fight in the arena? You got it. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You get 2 physique and 1 finesse. One night on your way home, you spot a rusty dagger on the ground. You want to pick it up, Team Green, or do you want to leave it there? Get immigration on him? Well, I guess that's one thing you could do. Apparently, Vulgar Girl wants to brew potions. I'll only leave Team Yellow, who hasn't decided. Just saying. Plesiosaur. He wants to garden and meditate. Sounds good. Alright. Pick it up. As you pick it up, you hear a voice from behind you whisper, "You're not worthy." The dagger begins to dissolve into black smoke. Within seconds, the blade is gone. Oh, you didn't get anything bad or good out of that. Alchemy Tower to brew potions is Team Red. They spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. They get 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, an artificer stops by for a visit. She's adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos and followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out of the way to impress the artificer, offering her an array of potions and elixirs. As she's leaving, she adorns the most charming of the alchemists with a special trinket. The fact she didn't choose you was a very humbling experience. You get 1 charm. And finally, Team Yellow wants to go to the gardens and meditate. You spend the week in deep meditation, Yellow. You get 1 magic and 2 mind. One day, a beggar comes up to you asking for any spare change. What about it, Yellow? Do you want to give some spare change to the beggar? You have 2 wealth, so apparently you're going to give him 50% of your estate, or you can ignore him. What do you want to do? And it's Blue's turn after this, obviously. By the way, listen to the music as the game goes on. The music of this game is very well done, and definitely gets more depressing as the game goes on. Give him some moolah. Alright. You toss him a sack of coins. You lose 1 wealth. He thanks you and walks away. The next night, you recognize him on the bench. You Spot him eating what looks to be a fresh roasted chicken. He sees you and smiles a toothless grin. Don't know how he's eating it. You feel good about yourself, though, and you get 1 physique, 1 finesse, 1 mind, and 1 charm, and 1 magic. You just got rainbow boosted. And then the world of the Howling Fury. Chaos and screaming, the sound of all we knew, being pulled in half. Week 4, and clearly the Yawhg is coming soon. Just 3 more turns left. As it is now Blue's turn, and yeah. Apparently, you know what? Fulham did not even say anything yet, so you're gonna fight you're gonna do what you want to do, Supreme Moose. Spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You get 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One day, a woman walks up to you. "Excuse me, miss, feeling a little lonely tonight?" she asks. "For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night." Well, apparently you're a lesbian, Blue, and do you want to have some hot lesbian sex? To cost you all of your money. Or do you want to say no thanks? And I guess I'll let Fulham answer this if he's paying attention. Because we went with Supreme Moose's suggestion to go to the slums. And by the way, Green, you are next, and then Red, and then Yellow. Doesn't change. Just letting you know. See, Green, Blue, Green, Red, Yellow. I assume that means yes. Alright, you hand him over a small sack of coins. You'll lose 2 wealth. Oh, I thought you were responding to me, Fulham. Okay. On your way home to the house, you start talking about everything. Philosophy, history, magic, and everything, really. The 2 of you have an amazing conversation that goes well into the morning. You get 2 mind and 2 charm. The woman apologizes for the lack of sex, but gives you, thanks you for the chat. And she refunds apparently half of what you paid. No hot lesbian sex, but oh well. Anyway, Green wants to chop wood. You got it. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You get 2 physique and earn yourself 1 wealth. Sorry, Moose. One day, during the forest excursions, you stumble upon a swarm of rats. At first, you jump backwards in shock, but then you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over. "Excuse me, sir," one of them says in a high-pitched voice. "Do you think you might be able to help us out with something? You see, we're trying to elect a new leader, but it seems our votes are completely tied. We're trying to decide between Speedpaw the Vengeful and Blightooth the Wise," says the rat. Speedpaw steps forward. "If you vote for me, the rats will have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to take the fight to our enemy," proclaims Speedpaw. Then Blightooth steps up. "If you vote for me, good sir, we'll lead the rats to an age of enlightenment," says Blightooth. Well, sorry, Plesiosaur. Which rat do you choose, Green? Do you choose Speedpaw the Vengeful or Blightooth the Wise? Probably Vulgar, although I typically stream when she's not around. Anyway, Green, you get to choose between the 2. Which one? Speedpaw the Vengeful or Blightooth the Wise? And I do see Vulgar Girl wants to go and tend a ball. And apparently, Plesiosaur wants to go and do alchemy potions. There you go. Half of the rats roar with tiny applause as you choose Blightooth. Speedpaw bows his head and walks back to the mass of rats. Blightooth climbs up to your shoulder and whispers ancient secrets in your ear as thanks. You get 1 mind and 1 magic. Alright, and Red said they want to go to the ball. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You get 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you accidentally bump into a duke. "Watch where you're going, filthy peasant! You have no money!" He shoves you out of the way with his hand and continues walking. Alright, Red, you can either choose a passive-aggressive response or an active-aggressive response. I guess you can either tell him a backhanded compliment or punch him in the face. Either way works, I guess. Morpheus did not want that. Oh, so you should have picked Speedpaw the Vengeful. Alright, that outfit looks really comfortable. He looks mildly insulted. Sick burn! You get 1 charm. Well, there you go. Anyway, Yellow wants to go and brew potions. They spend the week experimenting with different potion brews. You get 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, while in the tower, one of the alchemists asks you to watch his potion while he's out. Soon after he leaves, the potion begins bubbling out of control. If you don't do something soon, it will explode, killing everyone! Well, maybe not killing everyone, but you know. You can either throw it out the window or drink it. So, yeah, what do you want to do about that? Now, let's keep the stats up here while Yellow is voting. Keep in mind, you might want to specialize your stats if you can. because it'll make you more useful when the Yawhg comes. For example, if you have high physical stats, maybe you can be a builder or something like that. Apparently he wants to drink it. You quickly drink the potion. The stomach can't handle the potion. Fire erupts in your esophagus, and for a solid minute, you're shooting a jet of fire from between your lips. That cannot be pleasant. That burns, and you lose 2 physique. What a learning experience, though. Yeah, don't eat bubbling potions. You gain 1 mind. Alright, Blue, it's up to you. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more... Oh, now the music gets really depressing. Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong, or have we forgotten? Go to the pub, get skewered. I guess that means drunk? You spend the entire week getting wasted. You get 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. Do you want to enter or spectate this tournament? Team Blue. Yeah, you're spitting fire. That cannot be healthy. But, luckily you were not specializing in physique, I think, Yellow. It looks like you're more of a magician type. A lot of mind and a lot of magic. Alright, you sign up for the dart tournament, ready to prove your dart-throwing prowess. You play a decent game of darts and end up coming in 3rd place. By the way, Green, you're next. You win 1 wealth. So there you go, you played 3rd place. Not terrible. Get a wealth out of it. Alright, so Team Green, where do you go this time? Once again, you can go to the forest and either chop wood or hunt, the arena to fight or bet, the alchemy tower to brew or clean, gardens to landscape or meditate, palace to admin work or ball, hospital to clean or help people, or slums to fight crime or pickpocket. Wants to fight crime, you got it. Alright, Team Green, you spend the entire week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You get 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. Yeah, stream delay, I'm sorry about that. I don't have the option that reduces it on, because apparently it makes people buffer a lot. One night, you hear cheering from an alleyway. Peering in, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs, violently ripping each other apart. One of them, named Michael Vick, spots you and asks, "Oi, would you like to participate in a little betting game?" Do you want to bet on some dog fights, or try to stop it? I mean, you're being a superhero this week, apparently. I mean, you know, maybe it would fit within your character to try to stop it, but then again, you know, sometimes certain heroes, they have their downsides and weaknesses. Maybe you're Michael Vick superhero. Who knows? Vulgar Girl, you can either chop wood for the village, or you can go hunting. Anyway, he wants to try to stop it. You try to convince the gamblers that dogfighting is wrong. Too bad you don't have the mind or the charm for that. Your words fall on deaf ears. Very quickly, they get quite angry. One of them walks up to you and pulls out a knife. You punch him right in the face before he's able to even react. He collapses to the ground, clutching his bloody nose. Well, good thing you have a lot of physique. The rest of the gamblers pack up their things and run away. You stop the town's illegal dogfighting. You feel good about yourself right now, and you get a rainbow boost. 1 in everything. Good job, Team Green. Looks like Team Red wants to go to the forest and hunt. And it looks like PlayStation wants to go back to the alchemy tower, and I will allow them to do that. Spend the week hunting defenseless critters, Team Red. Alright, see you later, Gizmotin. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for the gizmo. Anyway, Team Red, you gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One day, you hear hundreds of footsteps rumbling through the forest in your direction. It's an orc raiding party. Well, that's not good. What do you want to do, Team Red? Do you want to hide with your 10 finesse, or try to charm them with your 11 charm into not killing you? So, yeah. There are definitely things coming after you, Red. Definitely things. Hide or charm, Red. Hide or charm. The orc leader stops in front of you and introduces herself as Grish. You manage to smooth talk her, and she seems completely entranced by you. More lesbians. Nice. She turns back to her horde and instructs them not to eat you. Quick thinking. You get 1 mind. Well, there you go. Anyway, alchemy tower to brew potions for Team Yellow. Spend the entire week, in fact, experimenting with different potion brews. You get 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, a swarm of rats infest the building. Uh-oh. That's right, he chose the, Enlightened leader. I guess he's trying to lead the rats to a age of an enlightenment. Blightooth is striking the alchemy tower. They are biting everything in their way. Everyone else in the building flees immediately. Alright, what do you want to do, Yellow? Do you want to run like mad, or do you want to try to blast them with magic? Apparently Blightooth has assaulted the alchemy tower. What do you want to do, Yellow? You can run away, or you can try to blast the rats. We do have 13 magic. Then again, maybe you are in favor of Blightooth and you don't want to hurt him and his rat minions. I don't know. It's up to you. Run or fight. Alright. You wave your hands and produce volleys of fire to incinerate the rodents. Shooting all down those rats really improves your aim and you get 2 finesse. Well, there you go. Green, your choice earlier, just got the entire rats population destroyed at the hands of Team Yellow. They kind of committed genocide right there. The Yawhg is almost here. Almost. And now the music is really depressing. You can even hear some storm coming in the background. And looks like one more time, Blue wants to drink. You spend the entire week getting wasted, Team Blue. You get 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. Do you want to enter or spectate? The drinking contest. I guess would be in your character to enter it. I mean, you have to have enough alcohol tolerance at this point to win, right? You see the stats? You got it, Red. You have 5 physique, 10 finesse, 9 mind, 11 charm, 9 magic, and 1 wealth. Anyway, enter. You got it. You bound pint after pint. Drinking as if your life depended on it. After the drinking frenzy, you take a quick look and notice that you're the only one conscious. You've done it, Blue. You've actually won this event. It might be the first time I've seen it. You clumsily take the cash prize and make your way home. You just earn 2 wealth for yourself. There you go. Yeah, Yellow, you have 4 finesse, there's physique, 8 finesse, 14 mind, 8 charm, 13 magic, and 1 wealth. And Morpheus wants to be the champion at the arena. You spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. You see, you get 2 physique and 1 finesse. You wandering in the halls between matches, you spot your former lover, Kelly. An awkward exchange happens in which you want to know how they're doing without seeming to care too much. After a few minutes, Jean, one of the most popular fighters in the arena, butts into the conversation. Hey, Kelly, sorry to interrupt. We got to leave the fight right away if you want to make your mothers in time. He says an awkward goodbye as they walk off holding hands. How do you feel, Green? Do you feel happy for Kelly, or do you feel extreme jealousy? Well, yeah, clearly Pokemon. Looks like Red wants to go to the ball with her last move. And Yellow is going to go right back to the Alchemy Tower. Sounds good. In the meantime, Green, you need kick his ass. I guess that means extreme jealousy. Become extremely grumpy for the rest of the week. You lose 1 charm. While you're no fun to be around, though, you channel your rage into working out. And gain 2 physique. You got 21 physique. That's pretty damn close. I think Team Green got like 24 or something once, but that's usually about as strong as you can get a character in this game. Anyway, so Team Red wants to go to the palace and do a palace ball. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings. You get 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day you hear someone shouting something in the hallway. There's a bomb in the palace! They scream. There is a mass panic as people try to desperately escape the palace's walls. Alright, Red, do you want to destroy or try to locate and disarm the bomb, or run the hell away? Thank God no one went to the hospital. Some of the worst events in the game come from the hospital, if you have not seen this game. But screw the dead people, man. Screw the sick. I mean, you guys don't need to go there. Alright. You run deeper in the castle, trying to figure out where the explosives are hidden. You manage to find the wine cellar, disguised as barrels of wine. So apparently those barrels that you found earlier, they were actually bombs. A bomb appears to be on a detonator that is controlled by powerful magic. Using your arcane knowledge, you quickly manage to figure out how the bomb works and take the detonator apart cautiously. You save the palace. The king rewards you handsomely with 3 wealth, and your reputation increases, earning you 3 charm. You save the palace, even though it's about to be destroyed next turn. So at least you saved it for, you know, a few days, Red. At least you saved it. All right, Yellow wants to, I think, go to the Alchemy Tower and brew potions. Spend the week experimenting with different potion brews, Team Yellow. You get 2 magic and 1 mind. One day you hear cries from help coming from the next room. Running over to investigate, you see that alchemists have accidentally created an ooze monster. How will you dispatch of the ooze? Do you want to punch them into submission with your 4 physique? Or blast them with your 15 magic? This is really an obvious choice, but I will let you make it, Yellow. I will let you make it. You charm the best? Yeah, you clearly have the best charm, Red. Could maybe perhaps be a good leader for the town. Suddenly, 21st century technology. No, it's a magic bomb, Morpheus. It's magical. Magic, you got it. You pulverize the ooze into a puddle with an array of magical spells. The alchemists all cheer. You get 1 charm. Well, there you go. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages for 3 full days. The tempest pushes us to the grinder, drowns us, crushes us, and ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we? Past saving. Very deep stuff. Anyway, so this is the part of the game that you can actually choose what you want to do after the Yawhg. The options are the leader, the builder, the conjurer, the doctor, the smelter, the tailor, the looter, or the town drunk, depending on your choices earlier in the game. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna... Is the other Team Blue member still here? I'm gonna stop... Okay, if you're here, and you want to override Fulham's stupid decision, Supremi Moose, I will go with you, because, yeah, the town drunk is usually not beneficial to the town. Anyway, I'll leave your stats up here in the meantime. And you guys probably want to say in the chat what you want to be. Blue, you have 11 physique, 6 finesse, 8 mind, 14 charm, and 5 magic, 4 wealth. Green, you have 21 physique, 9 finesse, 5 mind, 7 charm, 7 magic, and 3 wealth. Red, you have 5 physique, 11 finesse, 9 mind, 16 charm, 9 magic, or 4 wealth. And finally, Yellow, you have 4 physique, 8 finesse, 15 mind, 9 charm, 15 magic, and 1 wealth. And it looks like Supremi Moose might not be here anymore. Alright, Team Blue, you scavenge gather as much alcohol as you can possibly get. And drink excessively. You get 2 physique and 1 charm. Well, there you go. Team Green, do you want to be the leader, the builder, the conjurer? Oh, Supremi Moose is still here, but he's purple now. The conjurer, the doctor, the smelter, the tailor, or the looter? Well, he just came back. A little late, though. Building all the things? Alright. You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. You rebuild homes at breakneck speed, impressing the rest of the survivors. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. Alright, Red wants to be the leader. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You expertly delegate and prioritize tasks. At least we might get the medium ending, despite Fulham. I don't know. You give motivating speeches and act as an effective mediator in disputes. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. Alright, Conjurer for Yellow. I'll see how this goes. You take it upon yourself to help conjure supplies for the town. With your magic, you summon supplies of the highest caliber. With little effort, you're summoning high-quality lumber and food from out of nowhere. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. You know, if Fulham just picked something else, this might be an easy, good ending, but I think we got the medium one, I want to say. Everyone else helped significantly, which I think is the best amount of help you can do. And so, we set about our task once again, living our lives, this time in a way we might never expected or even wanted, but in the end... we got the medium ending, so despite Fulham, at least we got that. It was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our homeland has been stripped apart, we did not let it languish, and whether we succeed or fail, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will ever be, or can ever be, ready for it? Well, that's okay, guys. We didn't fail like I thought we would when you picked the town drunk. Only if you get, like, corrupted by a vampire or something do you want to actually go for town drunk if you actually want to help the town. No, you don't, Fulham. Shut up. While the town is being rebuilt, you spend most of your time in the new arena, Team Blue. Through strategic betting and a bit of luck, you become extremely wealthy. You live the rest of your life out comfortably without any financial worry. Well, I guess Blue did get a good ending out of it. While the town is being rebuilt, Team Green, you decide to move into the woods, become a friendly local lumberjack, and fashion yourself a log cabin. Spend the rest of your days chopping down giant trees and carrying the logs back to the town gate. You make friends with the dryads of the forest and spend every weekend at their wild river parties. All in all, you lead a good life. Well, there you go. Team Red, while the town is being rebuilt, you decide to celebrate. You organize a huge festival in honor of the bravery and that helped save so many lives. The first one was so successful, you decide to make it an annual tradition. Every year, the festival gets bigger and more elaborate, and every year it costs more and more money. You start charging admission, and no one is happy about it. The annual festival slowly fades out of relevance, and before long, it's canceled completely. You don't really know what to do with your life after all that, so that's kind of like a medium ending for Red there. Finally, Team Yellow, your life after the Yawhg is uneventful. You work, you get married, you adopt a child, you take care of that child, you get old, you retire. You go on vacation for a few years. You get too old to be independent, so your child will take care of you. You die. Alright, not a bad ending for Yellow, so I guess everyone but Red got pretty good. I mean, that was kind of a neutral ending, too. But, no, I don't believe that, Fulham. I think you can just as likely, because I also see a lot of bad endings in the medium. This was just, I tend to think this is, everyone got pretty lucky. Apparently, yeah, the festival getting cancelled ruined your life. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That has been the Yawhg, and that has been the stream. Bit longer than most of my normal streams, because I start 2 hours early, and we did play quite a lot, especially at Choice Chamber, so thank you for watching, and yeah, well, I've been here too, Fulham, I've been here too. But either way, as the hospital does cause bad things. But thank you for watching, guys. You guys rock, and see you later. Good day.